All right, everybody, what's going on? It's your boy King back at it again with another stream. Hope everybody's having a great. What is today again? Monday, right? Today's Monday. Hope everybody's having a great Monday. Tonight, we are going to be doing some Minecraft stuff. I think I have everything up that I want to be up except for Minecraft itself, which is down here, right? Oh, yeah. So we're gonna be hopping onto Minecraft. We're gonna be doing some more enchant stuff. And it's not gonna be a long one. Gonna hop on, do maybe 2 or 3 enchants if possible, and then hop off. Maybe hopefully more if life decides to play nice. Let me open up Minecraft in the background. Right, yeah, I think we're good to go. So yeah, let's go on over into the gaming scene one time, and let's get ready to go. Let me make sure I have everything that I actually want to have open at once. This to make my life easy. Take these off. Do the same thing here. All right, there we go. All right, I have my display capture up. I have my Jesus, I got flashbanged. What the hell? That was bright. All right. How do I? Can I minimize? Wait, no, I believe I have this in full screen, don't I? No, I have full screen off. I guess it doesn't matter then. Yes, cool, right. So we're gonna be doing some enchants. We just prep the making window. The only thing I don't have on me is I have water. Okay, good. All right. Oh, all right. So last time that I was on here, I did I did 2 enchants in my off time. No, this is mining and crafting. I did 2 enchants in my off time. I would have gone through ChatGPT. I'd have given it all of the things for the effects and stuff like that in ChatGPT, and I told it, hey, give me I think 25, 10 early game, 10 mid game, and 5 late game enchants for each category, for each school, covering at least 1 spell in each category. That's what it was. So I put that in. It made some enchants. So I'm going through them, seeing what I can make, things like that. Making sure that these things are actually possible to do as well. While going through. I know that reference. That's a Hollow Knight reference. I'll never forget when I saw a video where somebody was like, we're fighting the sun. That shit was funny. Alright, hold on. Let me just put you will spin for me, and I'm going to show what I did so far with the other 2. I was trying to get this AoE to work in terms of how is it that I wanted to do it? I think the way how I wanted to do it initially was that I thought AoE would cast effects in an area, which is that's what makes sense, right, guys? If you put an AoE tag and then you put the effects in it, it would execute. But apparently that's not what happens, because I tried to make it do the particle effect in the AoE and that didn't work. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to visually get thorns to show while doing this, and that's why I left off. Cause that got me mad that I couldn't do particle effects in the AoE. Or is that it didn't feel like I could. I could be wrong. I don't know if you could do a what if you do an inner AoE, you do an ad holder? That'd be kind of funny, wouldn't it? It's inner circle ad hold. Wait, that's something that you actually can do now that I think about it. Huh. You learn something new every day when you think about something. Also, hello, Epic Wave. Apologies, I will not be doing that. Oh, what's this animation? Oh, no, I think this requires another plugin. No, I wonder what this is. I have no idea what this is. Oh well. So. Let me boot up the server, and I'll show you all what I did. What those 2 spells I did so far. I'm going to try and see if I can get through all of the early spells, at least for abjuration. Maybe even if I just do it like just baseline stuff, MVP them without any kind of fancy animations or anything of the sort. At least I'll have it done. Thinking to streamline, like maybe I could do like a streamlined mana course across the early, mid, and late game spells as well to make things a little bit easier. But I feel like some things are how to describe it. Some spells are stronger than, or at least more useful, that require higher mana cost in my head. But that's balance things to come back to after. I will make the spells and then come back to them afterwards and see how things go. Also, we're still thinking about doing generalist spells that don't level up any particular school but could still level up a stat. So that way, again, you have spells that everyone can use. It's not like, oh, well, if I want to use X-ray, I have to be in this. I know some people will give a tizzy about that. I guess I'll see. I'm not sure. I'm kind of tired today, honestly, as well. I ain't gonna lie. I almost fell asleep not too long ago before I started the stream. I was like, ooh. I was fighting it. But I'm alive, and that's what matters. Right, so I think I have the Python file here. Right, see, last one I did was Stone Jab. Next one I'll have to do is Ward Step. This is a movement, yeah. Abjuration. I'll still do the same 5 levels. Keep everything the same. No animations, anything of the sort. Same 5/5. Who is Carcord? I have no idea who that is. Also, hi B, what's up, man? Long time no see. How you doing? Who the hell is Carcord? Hi Becca. Welcome in. Fuck. Control. Good thing Control Z exists. I forgot to change the name. Right. Let's try that again. Okay, that was weird. It took out a little bit. Carry cord. I still have no idea. Who that is. I don't know who carry cord is or what carry cord is. What is that? Bad language. I don't believe in bad language. The only language that exists is language. Language is language, and you cannot stop me from saying words. Is this up? I need to. Oh, these things updated. Oh boy. I'll have to update. Oh, I wonder what they updated with then. Where's my Discord? Right, let me just check and see what features they may have added in to the plugins, if they added in anything. I hope it's more bug fixes than additions, because they add more things and it tends to get worse, in my opinion. Everything is dying. My computer is like, my music is just locking up. Holy shit. All right, there we go. All right, GitHub. No, updates is what I'm looking for. They added in new stuff. Oh boy, that means there's new things to play with. I mean, that means more things I can use, but god damn it. Let's see what they added in. They added in give mob coins, take mob coins. Ah shit, I forgot to log in. Alright, create explosion effect. Fix take damage, dispatch not invulnerable players, fix error and catch fish when using custom fishing. Added purple triggers, anvil modify and grind item. Added compost item and collide with entity trigger, tamed entity and is team. Downer filters, telekinesis subwatch drops from tamed mobs kills. Improve permanent potion effects. Fix below balance condition. Improve, I don't care about that one. Improve player trade trigger. Improve villager trade multiplier. Added cast mythic skill effect. Telekinesis damage multiplier, take damage and take entity damage. Now support mythic mobs. Fix knockback resistance multiplier and explosion knockback resistance. Oh, there's more. The message gets cut off. Alright, now they can keep that for now. Yeah, now they can keep that. Oh, it's a Caribbean Discord server was mainly made to help CXC students. It's usually made a Minecraft server quickly to share. What happened? What happened? Like on the server that made it like go bad? Like I'm curious, was it like a lack of moderation, or was it Look, I feel like usually when things fall apart, it's either a lack of moderation or it's a lack of events going on to keep people entertained. So I know both of those things are like, well, I more so suffer with the lack of events because I am but one man and I don't have a creative bone in my body. So what is causing my PC to die? What do I not need open here? It doesn't matter. I'm probably gonna not have the 60 FPS anyways. Oh, but yeah, what caused it to like eat shit and die basically? Right. So, last I was checking the Stone Jab where I was like the AoE. So the AoE, right, doesn't work when you right click the entity, but it works when you right click a block. Or at least it did work when you right click the block when I did it last time. This thing, I hate it sometimes, man. And then minor barrier reduces incoming damage by 16%. This one works. I know I don't have any more work to do on that. But this AoE thing doesn't work like 90% of the time, and it kind of gets me mad. A lot of these... Here's my issue with how everything is going right now in terms of, like, writing up these things. It kind of just works when it wants to, it feels like. And that is pretty annoying. Like, what? Hold on. Where is... No, so it's not lagging behind. I'm sure if I do it now, it'll work. No? Oh, did I take it off or some shit? Hold on. Oh, right, no. Oh, I think I know what happened. I need to reload first. Because it might have had the configuration when I accidentally restarted it just now. Right, there we go. Anyways, let me see. Moderation became too dependent. Consistently have to help to fix stuff. Yeah, speedrunners is a thing that like servers will always have to deal with. Oh, wait, did I disable the mana? Of course, no, the mana cost is still there. But yeah, moderation became too dependent. Yeah, I think that's usually an issue. I feel like with a lot of people, that's... I think they would always try to run to the moderation to be like, hey, you know, there's an issue. I need this fixed. Okay, so I had this working like when I was working on it. You see, this is why. Hold on. The enchant plugin is working. It didn't crash. Whatever. I'll just move on to another spell. But yeah, moderation is always always has an issue when it comes to those kinds of things, where it's like people would be, like want to rely on them to fix a lot of the issues when the issue could be fixed themselves. Let me make sure. None of my things are working. What the hell? Let me restart the server. Might be easier to do that. Oh my god, you migrated to Germany? What? Hi, Rue. Damn, I didn't realize that you live in the country. You're going to Germany like permanently, or it's just for school or something like that. Like, we're going also, yes. Big Sag. Sorry, listen. I've been trying. Got to the point where most of the commands in the work server was also really slow. Were they running it on, were they running this server on, what do you call this thing again? What's the name of this application? Aturnus? Were they running it on Aturnus? I take it, aww. Don't worry, I'll make sure that when I'm reaching to that point where I think it's not that I want it to be perfect, but I also don't want it to just be done, because I feel like that would be a disservice to myself too, because I could just give up on this spells. But I feel like this is what I wanted to do, and I'm sticking to it. And it's not like I've made it so that it's easier to do things as I'm going along. It's just that I just don't work on it. I've been like kind of in a rut for the last few days. I ain't gonna lie, I've been going through it, but I try my best to like do something productive at least a little bit every day as best as I can. you know? Oh, man. Yeah, and I'd like to kind of want some time for a cafe. Want to life be life. Yeah, life really be life. And but you still didn't say where you going Germany for. I not catch myself. Where you going Germany for? You just train us all away. You're training away. You're good Trini people. How could you? I thought we were friends. Also, this is not Minecraft coding. I mean, no, it's not coding. This is just plugin configuration. It's the creativity aspect behind it. At least for me. I've never been a completely creative person. So that's why, I mean, at least I have ChatGPT to help me come up with ideas. But then, when it hallucinates, and it thinks that it could do things that it can't, and even when you tell it, hey, these are the things that you can do, and it still hallucinates, I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do about that? So it's kind of like stuck with that, and I think running it locally has made it not hard, but it's just so weird when it's ready, and I don't know why it's so weird when it's ready. Like how you saw just now, like I was trying to run the enchant, and it was just like, oh well, the enchants just don't work. I'm like, bro, what? What do you mean the enchants don't work? Psst. Bullshit. I'm seeing that it's saying that overloaded, which is weird because what do I have open on my computer that could be causing it to overload? My WhatsApp is closed, right? My WhatsApp is closed. I mean, I'm not really doing anything on Discord right now. I could close you off. Yeah, I don't know. Something's going on with my computer. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, yeah, to study, but more likely not coming to Trinidad, even if I don't stay Germany. You shall be missed. But also remember, no matter where you go in this world, make sure you spread the good word of Trinidad and Tobago. And tell some German people to come down for Carnival. We could use some of their money, I guess. Alright, let me try logging in again real quick. And trying this again. Please leave the end closed for more time. I mean, I can leave the end closed for longer. That is a thing that I could do. Right. Alright, good. You know, no, I think I could probably set up a voice command to like turn on and off or something, you know. Anyways, I digress. Oh, there we go. It works now. Cool. Alright, so now I could show off what I was trying to show off just now. Anyways, but yeah. Can you close the nether and open up two visual crafts? I ain't too sure about the nether. That is not what I have in my hand. Yeah, every time like something happens, I'm just like, why? I don't know why it kind of backlogs like enchants to use sometimes. That shit has been weird. Like, I really don't know why it does that. Alright, anyways. There we go. So you see, there we go. So how this is supposed to work, at least how I envisioned it, right? Is that you right click the book, and originally it was supposed to be a cone. So it would take a cone in front of you, and it would deal like essentially it's like it's sending out spikes at you to kill things. You can't right click things to kill things. You have to right click the floor in order for it to work. I don't have the mana fit. Hold on. So if I right click the air, you see nothing happens. So let me just get back my mana real quick. But if I right click the floor, it works. I'm like, why? I feel like if I'm right clicking, it should execute the AoE. Like I shouldn't have to be reliant on hitting the floor in order for it to work. It's kind of dumb in my opinion. Go away, shoo. Yeah, like everything that I feel like should work a specific way doesn't. And what I have to find a way around it, and is in my head I'm like, this doesn't logically, at least to me, make any sense. If I have an AoE and I right click, it should execute the AoE, because all it says that it needs is a trigger, right? And that's what kind of like trips me up a lot, you know, because even when I use the other things like where's X-ray, like if I use X-ray, you just right click, don't tell me I have to do the same thing here. No, it's just again being weird. Hold on. Probably might have to have no. God. Everything works and then it doesn't. It's beautiful, isn't it? But yeah, the idea was just that some of the things don't work the way that I expected to based off of the description. Because let me pull up AoE here. AoE here just states runs all effects or entities within an area of effect. So I'm thinking again, if I just click, it would take me as the source. Unless maybe I have to add that in that the location is me, so that no matter what, that it will start from me. I can try that and see. That might be the only thing else that I can try again and see. Where is the mutator? Location to player. There's mutators. Right, location to player. Also, I just had to say God bless to Copilot as well, because Copilot has been making my life significantly easier as well when it comes to a lot of these things. I think I have this in the wrong place. This needs to tap forward one, methinks.
Bruh.
Is it one that has to tap it forward? I can't remember. Which one of these? I know one of these guys has a... There we go. Mutators would go in line with args. Okay. So... in line with args. So yeah, pull that back one. Save that. And reload. And let's try this again from the top and see if it will actually work. Oh yeah. In terms, like as I was saying before, in terms of closing the nether, I guess we'll see. Why? Why? Why don't you work? It doesn't make any sense. Maybe I should update the plugins. That means I'll have to go and download them individually because the plugin updater doesn't work. I'll do that tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know why this thing just be so weird when it's ready. Also, no potato, no, we're not giving kids cancer today. Let me try like just doing it like 4 times, see if that helps. Yeah, no, this thing just... Okay, I guess it just works now. Let's try that again. Okay, there we go. So now, okay, so now that I have the location set to player, right, cool. So it will always execute from my center. Good. So let's try cone again then and see if that works. Effects, AoE. So if we take cone, we leave the radius as your level, and we'll put the angle as, let's leave the angle as 90. Do like multiple refreshes again and see if that'll help. So if I set one of you guys here, one of you guys here. What? Oh, probably again backlogged. Yep, it's backlogging some of the the executions I had for it, right? So if I do this now. Okay, I think it works as I want it to now, which is fun. Yeah, that's gonna happen a lot. Yeah, that is definitely gonna happen a lot, and I don't know why. Okay, there we go. So if I turn this way, that is not... No, I know how a cone works. That, hold on. Let me reduce the angle, because that shouldn't make no sense. See, now I have to wonder, when they say cone, I wish there was a way that I could draw it out so that way I can see what it looks like when it's like, oh, I'm giving you a cone. Excuse me. Iron. Bonus 1 egg. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, this is a cone, guys. What? What? That doesn't make any sense. That literally makes 0 sense. All right, and if I turn this way, hold on, I don't have enough mana. Okay, but now if I turn back around with a 45-degree angle cone, if I like more face this way, it shouldn't affect those to the right side of my left side of my screen. Okay. Ah, son of a bitch. Okay. Why did that one not work that time? Hey, buddy. Oh, it's because of range, right? Because I have like a 5 radius range. So that's like 5 blocks. Okay, I guess it just doesn't work. Woohoo! Come on, give me my mana back. A chance, dog. A chance, I beg. A chance, a chance, a chance, a chance, a chance, I beg. Alright, go away. Alright, let me let my mana recharge. Let me see what y'all talking about. Alright. No, we're not giving the kids cancer at all, potato. Hold your phone. Hey, was he seen by Natty boy? What's up? What's up? Oh, what's this? Hold on. Right. What was I gonna say now? Yeah, this thing is just be weird when it's ready. And now it's not working again. Poor KY. Poor KY. Why? Why no work? Why no work? Why no work? Okay. So much again perspectives was good. Yeah, this thing this thing is just being so weird, man. I'm just gonna move on. This should be fine. If it doesn't work, I'll come back to it. At least this mutator has been working wonders for me, I ain't gonna lie. I think I had to do the same thing as well with the particles. Oops, my bad. So let's move on to ward step. Right. Come down to the next end. So why am I being bonked? Right, ward step, short teleportation forward plus short slow fall. I know there is a teleport to ground effect, but we'll just use the transmission effect. Oh wait, actually, if you use teleport 2, I'm curious. I assume teleport 2 will have like its own name. Let me keep transmission open. Right, I know with this, I believe you could take like your X position and just add a number to it. That is a weird way to do it. I'll probably just use transmission. The distance will scale.
Only people who speed run to the nether needs to be stopped.
Lol. I will probably take the transmission. Short teleport forward plus short slow fall. And then it says use particle line. I assume that's for just the particles to come out. Spawn a line of particles between you and the target location. Okay. Ban the nether. See, the thing is, right? The nether in of itself has resources that people would need. So that's why I would be apprehensive to block it. Because even I myself, I like to get into the nether quick because to get potions, you know? So it would feel weird like locking off the nether. The end, yes, that's valid. But I also do understand the whole thing with people rushing through the game to get to the end or to get through it, to get things built, and then it's like, oh well, what can I do now? You're just like, oh well, I don't know what I could do now. So I understand that. I don't know if time gating things would necessarily help with that. I think you would still run into the same issue either way, just further down the line, and it doesn't make a difference. Why are we banning potions? You know, don't lock up the nether yet. Well, which is at least. Oh man. I need to format. Right, there we go. ID transmission. I could scale this with like maybe 10% of your movement level. Round it up. If you do that, you'll at least have 1 block minimum to transmission forward, because this is again an early game spell, so it shouldn't be like anything too mad powerful. Args distance. So we'll do, where is percent sign? Can I do no, percent sign JavaScript equals skills movement. Put this in quotes. Right. And then I said I'll take 10% of that, so that'll be divided by 10. Yeah, divided by 10. And then I'm also rounding this. So round up. So that we'll always get like a flat number of blocks at the very least. This will be weird because you're not even scaling by level. So maybe I should just make this like a 1-level spell. Maybe. I mean, no, I can keep it at 5 levels and then still multiply by the level itself. Yeah, so it will round this value, multiply it by level, and that'll be the amount of blocks that you can move. Yeah, that sounds good. All right, let's see. All right, let me see what y'all saying. Now, I always wanted to make potions and pretend to run a bar like Minecraft RP as a bartender. You know, I thought about doing that the other day too. You know, I was like, you know, I would love to just set up like a little potions bar where you could put in the ingredients you want and it makes a potion for you. And I thought that would be really cool. That would be a lot of fun, you know? Selling vodka. You know, I need a place to trick and get your last fragment. Yeah, you can get a bottle absolute. Ooh, bottle absolute. Crop. What is Croptopia? If it's a mod, that's an automatic no. I just letting you know. You all know. Yeah, it's a mod. Guys, we've been at this for like 5+ years. You know, we all know that the server uses plugins and not mods. We can't have mods on the servers because that means everybody else would have to have them downloaded, and that creates a barrier to entry. That we don't do mods, we do plugins. We said one day. Well, I mean, I don't like modded servers, man. I really just don't like modded servers, really and truly. Short slow fall. So if I ID slow fall. I can just give a potion effect for that, right? Which one is the temporary?
I'm going to be the
effect?
sword in a server full of wizards, cutting magic and running fades.
Oh no, I think it's just potion effect, isn't it? Yes, it is just potion effect. Right, and I'll just give a small potion effect that will give you slow fall for probably shit, what did I do? Right, there we go. I think this is slow fall. I can probably check it and see. Hold on. Open link. I didn't want to open it there. Slow fall. See, this is why you check your stuff before you do it. Okay, you never know what it might be. We could scale the level. We could do level divided by 2. I'm gonna do this so that way it can max out at 3, because again, we don't want it to be too strong. It's supposed to be early game stuff. Round level divided by 2, so that means it could go up to a max of 3 since we have 5 levels of the book. Yes. The duration will always be about 20 by level. So the slow fall will last for 1 to 5 seconds. Cool. All right. Anyways, what am I missing? All right. Let's see. I'm good. Yeah. So I heard that just now. That's the only other mod I've ever like picked. Some was fun for the week though. I mean, yeah, it was. Bedrockers will cry. Yeah, exactly. When the moment you do mods, if we're trying to do a server that's Java and Bedrock compatible, from the moment you put in mods, that's just like a instant no. At least with plugins, they can still kind of operate around it. You know, it might be a little bit weird, but since it's server-side stuff, is more so just the server has to handle it and not the player. But yeah, mods wouldn't be able to do it. Add crops and recipes. I can't add crops, but I believe that I can add in foods. Because I believe they added in a way to make eco items for foods. Let me just check it. Yeah, I can add in foods. That's not an issue. So if I scroll along here, added food config, I can add in new foods that you could craft using other foods and stuff like that. Like if you want to put bread, like if you put 2 breads on top of each other and like maybe a piece of beef in the middle, you can make a beef sandwich. Things like that. I can add those things. That is not an issue. Like I can add that in. It's always my reference one. Allow me to veto you. What the hell? Listen, Zane, the story was that they tried to catch an Eveltal. They all failed at it. I took my chance, I caught it, and I ran away. They stole my shit and didn't give it back to me, and the server died because of it. That's what happened. that is what happened. Particles true. Oh, I can set the particles to be true enough for this. Okay, so I can set the particles to fall, no icon. True to apply to the player. So yes, and this is true. I want this to apply to the player. So that's ward step done. Ward step is finished. I don't have to worry about this one. So let me just comment off anything to the cooldowns and conditions. So that way we can test to make sure that everything is working correctly. Right, good. Do I have any free books? I don't. Let's give myself a stack of books. / enchant ward step 5. So if I look at my stats, my movement is 12. Right? It should be 12. Yeah, it is 12. Right. So let me just add a description to this real quick. So I'll have to add the mana cost and right click to teleport forward, distance blocks, and gain slow falling for level seconds. Yeah. See, this is good user AI right here, people. Yeah. That's good user AI right there, people. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. Make my life easy. Right. So now if I click down, click it back down. Right. Why did level? Oh, right. Because level. Right click for. I'll have to do seconds into the level. Seconds, and then I'll have to add in another thing here. Now, again, AI works, then sometimes it doesn't. That's life. But so the bad this go. Right, so now I reload. And there we go. Right, abjuration, movement. Right click to teleport forward. 5 blocks and gain slow falling for 5 seconds. So if I do my math correctly, slow fall. So my movement would be 1.2 by 5. 1.2 by 5 being that should be 6 actually. Oh wait, no, because it's rounding this, it'll round down, so it'll be 1.2. Well, 12 divided by 10, which is 1.2 rounded down, which is 1 by 5, which is 5. Okay, so that's right. And now to see if it works. Check my DMs on Discord. I'll check it in a second. So let me see what y'all saying. I want to make sure that I still keep it up with y'all while I'm still going on. When snowfall be used as if you get enchant boosted for the falling. Yes, it would be, but not everybody is going to have it on their thing, you know. So you see, you can do stuff like that with this enchant. Teleport up in the air. Did I have the cooldown on it still? Oh shit, I missed the cooldown when I was commenting and so. So like it still is useful. So if I want to teleport up in the air, you can do that. Come down very, very slowly. Again, remember, abjuration is supposed to be a protective spell. I was like, hello, J Mercury. Sorry, I didn't respond to you. Yes, I am technically coding. It's not really coding, but it's more like configuration, but I digress. It's like, if you want to teleport up in the air, you can then slow fall down, because remember, abjuration is about protection. Not only protection of others, but protection of the user. So you can't just teleport up in the air and then fall down to your death. The slow fall is specifically for the teleportation. Just so that way you can like gracefully come down back to the earth. That's done. That is a very easy enchant, thankfully. So I didn't have to do that. Also, hello, Des. Good night. If I just skill gap there, I mean, to be like each bio with the couple of pieces. Oh, okay. All right. I missed that. When stuff will be used. All right. I just explained that. And I realized one Natty Pen. Oh, a Natty Pen. Oh yeah, no, I saw it already, Natty. Thank you for pinning that though. Where is my? Oh right, I closed my Discord because I was eating all of my fucking resources. Let me check on my iPad really quickly. I was also trying to update all of my my apps. Well, how many apps? I was trying to update my shit today and it just wasn't working. Am my watch ready to update as yet? Excuse me. Okay, Discord, if you want to be stupid and dumb and stupid. Why is my Discord not loading? Okay, there we go. Let me see what it is. That's a fun spell. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll keep that one like on the side for to do after. All right, so ward step is done. I need to remember when I'm done, like doing all the enchants to come back through and re-enable all of these things, because I'm just doing it this way for testing purposes to make my life easy. All right, so the next one is Soothing Ward, small self heal and regen for a few seconds. So this is Soothing Ward. This is an invigoration spell. Invigoration. Soothing Ward. Leave everything else is the same. This one will definitely need to have. It's a small self heal. I can put a particle effect on this. Should it just be like a single particle? I feel like a single. Let me see how the particles work again. Give me a second. It was. Which one was it again? Why can't I remember what? Oh, spawn particle. That's what it was. A B C D F G H I J K. Right, spawn particle. Oh, okay. King D says how much magic damage does shield blocks and how much damage does max enchanted sword do with any magic defenses? You're asking all of the questions that I can't answer because I think you're thinking about it too extravagantly, I guess is the best way to describe it. The way how this works, right? Not a lot of these things are not going to be like projectiles. Not all of them are going to be projectiles. Some of them are literally going to be, it does damage in an area. If like you snap a finger and it burns you, or you snap a finger and you take damage, or you snap a finger and like a hole appears below you. It's not really about shields blocking damage, right? Because shields block sword damage, right? There will be some spells that would add an effect onto the person that would then trigger an effect, but most spells do not work like that. So, that's the best way to describe it. Also, there will be, I will try to add in like an armor set that would, in essence, reduce, like, have it on a way to reduce mana cost, to add to your stats, like, while you have a full set equipped. So that way, even if you, let's say, you go into, let's say, the enchantment school, but you want some extra defense for some of these spells that you might want to use, you're still able to get, like, a leg up on that area. Things like that. Yeah, basically that. Alright, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck could chuck a lot of wood if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Yeah. A woodchuck could chuck a lot of wood if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Right, so let me see. It was supposed to be particle. I forgot how my own thing works. Let's see. Right, spawn. It's which one I had to put in? Sparkle mode, so I had to put spawn. They put 5 particles with the particle. Let's just start with heart. So that way we could see how it looks. Actually, it's a healing spell. Heart makes the most sense, actually, thinking about it, like, logically. Right, so that's Soothing Ward. Abjuration, Invigoration. Spawn particle hard when the mutators going to you. Let's just format this so that way everything is in line correctly. I still don't know why it does the spawn particle in the middle of the XPs. It's kind of weird. I don't want it to be in the middle there. Kind of throws me off when it's in between those things. Right, small self heal and regen. So yeah, I can just use what they said here. They have give health. Which is give health. All right. It will just give you health, There's nothing like really special about it there. So I will allow you to give yourselves against small is a lower level spell. I will say 10% of your. What did I do again for WhatsApp? It's 10% of your movement by the level. So I'll do the same thing here. same round. JavaScript health divided by 10. All right, by level. Yep, there we go. So it'll give you 10% of your max HP back, and then it'll also again give you that that potion effect for regeneration. Soothing ward. So this potion effect would be regeneration. Same, yeah, similar level, same thing here. I think all of this works fine for now. Actually, I'm a liar. I'm dividing this by 3 so that with the max level, you can have it as level 2. Because I know regen is a very, very strong. Actually, no. In fact, nah. Leave this set as a flat one. Regen does not need to really be past level 1, especially for a lower level spell. The duration being scaling with the level of the book is fine, but regeneration being more than 1 level at the beginning part of the game doesn't really need to be the case. You can leave that so. And then now let's reload. Now I just need to take a shit ton of damage somehow. Huh? What happened? Okay. All right. Cool, I guess. Just boot me out for no reason. No logs in the anything, nothing. That's great, I guess. Just say fuck me, I guess. All right. You should get into Roblox game dev. Big money in it. I don't play Roblox, so it wouldn't really be something that I would be interested in. Although I know that there's a lot of money to be made for Roblox development. I am no stranger to that, but I'm not really a big Roblox fan. I used to play Roblox. Like, I ain't gonna like not say that I haven't. I used to, but not anymore. All right, let me see what y'all saying over here. I'm gonna need you. Want to tell me about anti-magic arbor for research purposes, not to one for anyone. I have spells firewall and flashbang. Don't worry, I think there will be it will have things like that to put in. All right, mana course round, good. So now if I reload one more time, so I can get the description of the spell itself. Right click to heal yourself for 10 health and gain regeneration for 5 seconds. So now if I check my stats, my health is level 16. So 1.6 divided by 10, well, 16 divided by 10 is 1.6, rounded will give you to 2. 2 by 5 is 10. So yes, it is healing for the right amount. So let's see now. It should take me to 32 before I start a regen. If it would work. I don't know why it does this sometimes. I don't know if it just like has some kind of weird like backup kind of thing going on with it. Yeah, this is going to be the biggest pain point for me that I'll have to figure out before I even launch the server to make sure that spells actually run when people try to use them. Because it would be very annoying for you to try and use your spells and it just doesn't work. And if it's just me to relog, but it might be like, it might just be a relog thing, I'm sure, knowing how dumb this thing could be sometimes. All right. Nope. Still not working. This one shouldn't be like anything that's so out of the way that it shouldn't work. I have the particles. Yep. Oh, I have to make sure the particles work as well, so I have to check for that. I'm spamming right click right now. Look. I'm spamming right click right now. It just doesn't work. Triggers is all click. Oh, wait. Yeah, the conditions being active still because I'm not in the job. Now I remember why I disable these things, so that way I can actually just test it to make sure everything works. Right. Right. And no. I said and no. Okay. Let me reload this here as well. It's beautiful. I don't want to have a lot. Oh, wait, there we go. So Okay, it is healing. It is healing. Regen 1 is very slow. It's kind of funny. All right, I had to check for the particle as well. Okay, and it spawns right on me. Cool. I wish I could have it that it spawns like around me. I mean, I could do that in a circle, but I don't want it to be anything like that. I wish I could spawn higher. That would have been better, but I mean, it works, and that's what matters. Yeah, there we go. See, a little nice little healing spell with some regen. Simple regen for 5 seconds. In this case, it's a level 5 spell. Hi. Yes, I am streaming. I am streaming there as well right now. Oh, my back. I know TikTok has like a whole thing where it's just like don't talk about the other apps, but yes, I'm streaming. I'm streaming on the purple app and the red app, but not the green one. I don't like the green one. So let me just, can I damage myself? Damage King TCX. Let me do 60. Right, so I'm at 31. So if I heal with this, I should go up to 41 before I regen. Why 42? Unless the regen kicked in immediately. That's the only thing I could think of. Wait, why is it taking 100 mana? Or am I can't math. No, I can't math. I'm just dumb. My bad, guys. Alright, so that's Soothing Ward done. Let's continue down the line now to Arcane Lock. This one I don't think I can do. Temporarily place a magical block seal that blocks access to containers or doors. This actually I'm actually woodchuck question on Twitch. So I could place a magical block that seals access to containers and doors. It would be called surrounding someone in Bedrock. But I wouldn't do that because that's just cruel and unusual punishment. Arcane Lock. You see, the thing is, I think what they want to do with this is that you right click on something and it prevents someone from being able to click on it, essentially, to be able to access it. But I don't think that's something that I can do. It says that it has a set block thing. Let's see. That just sets a block. I cast being. Wow, that's crazy. What the hell? No, don't say that. What's wrong with you? Let's see. Arcane Lock. Oh, let's see. I'm thinking. No, I don't think this is one that I can do, but since I already have shield, and I don't think it gives shield as like a thing, but this one is supposed to be a utility spell. Hey, Mr. Aurelian Saul, I love that name. If a woodchuck could chuck, if a woodchuck, what? Hold on. If a woodchuck could chuck wood, it would chuck 1,101,101,101 chucks of chunky wood. The timeout box. I mean, that's not really a lock. I feel like when you move someone like that, I feel like that's transmutation as opposed to abjuration. Hey, Mr. Aurelian Soul, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the kingdom. Hope you're having a great evening. Welcome in. All right, hold on. I think I may have to skip this one. I will ask for some alternatives for some spells. So I will take a note of the spells that I know I can't realistically do and ask it to do some to do some other ones. To replace Arcane Lock. Alright. So let's go on to the projectile ward. Reduce damage from projectiles in a small radius for a short time. So any projectile that would be coming onto me. So that would mean I have to add a holder onto myself. Right, so add holder. I believe there's a projectile damage multiplier or like damage multiplier. it should be up here, I think. Where is it? It should be damage multiplier. So we can take a damage multiplier and have it set to only be for ranged attacks. So let's go back to add holder. So you right click to add the holder. Yes. Okay, so this is how we're gonna do that one. So let me put that one. So this one will be, I believe this is a defensive spell, right? Yep. So DEFENSIVE, defensive. This is called projectile. Let's take off the particles for a bit, but we'll have to add something in the future, like for the particles with potentially. What? Wait, cloak invisibility, brother. What the hell? And then this one's name is projectile one. Right, projectile ward. So, right, defensive, and we are going to add a holder. Yeah, add holder. Tap this forward. Nope. That's not what I want to do. So let me format. And then in the effects, you're gonna do ID damage multiplier, which will take the args of this. Why do I feel like I did something like this before, and that's why? Oh, that's the minor barrier, isn't it? Oh yeah, minor barrier, minor barrier. Why do I barrier? Minor barrier. I feel like I'm saying that so weird. Minor barrier is supposed to be like for general damage. So I think in this case, since this one is 0.2, I might put this as 0.5, since this one is specifically for projectile hits. Yeah, there we go. Am I supposed to add anything else to this? Yeah, I don't really need a small radius. I just need to add on the holder. And let's get the description. What are you doing? What are you trying to save? Go away. Right click to create a ward that reduces damage from projectiles by a reduction percent for seconds. Reduction. I think I don't need the one. Yeah, if I do, yeah, I don't need the one here. The one is just to make sure that it gives me a good number. If I call correctly, damage multiplier. So if I do 1 minus like this number, it'll give me like 95%. So the reduction is like 5% reduction. Anything of the sort like that. Okay. All right, let's. Wrong window. Oh shit! I forgot the other thing to the add holder. Add holder under effects, conditions, duration. 5 seconds per level. Let's do 2 seconds per level, so it can go up to 10 seconds. I think that sounds good for now. Right, I have no way to test this to know if it works. I'm just going to bank on the fact that it does work, until I get someone to come in and actually do it. Enchant projectile ward 5. If it's not one thing, it's the other. All right, let's see what y'all saying in here while going on. I wish there was a way to make Ors 1 on silver. There is a way to do that. There is a way that you can do that. Because otherwise prison servers wouldn't work. I have looked into it before. I just can't remember how to do it. For Minecraft servers, you have responded Ors. You can use plugins like Mine, X-Farm, Regen, and Ore Generation on your modern website. These plugins will allow you to find space using broken notes to generate out set time. You can also come to it. Yep, that sounds about right. Ah, yeah, back to the grind here again. Log in. Alright. That's the wrong capture. There we go. Alright! No. 0 point. That's 40%. I believe that should be 40%. Alright, let's do the math. Where's my defense? My defense is 16. Wait, did I use the right stats? Right, yeah. So this is level 5. So if this is 16 divided by 100 multiplied by half of 5, which is 2.5, multiplied by 2.5, which is 0.4. Which means I will take 60% of the damage, so it is reducing it by 40%. That's kind of strong, I ain't gonna lie. We're gonna bring this down to 0.25. I want it to be a little bit more than the generalist thing, obviously, because that's the idea. It's supposed to be a little bit better than the generalist one, since it is for specific, like, it is for a specific type of damage that you're taking, but not so strong that you just negate, like, you can't have a stronger version of it later down the line, you know? All right, let's... Also, why is it doing it like that? If I take out the divided by 100, I think it would give me the value that I'm looking for. Yeah, I think this should give me the value that I'm looking for. Well, let's see if it does. Yep, there we go. And then now I could change this percent sign by reduction %, and then reload. And I think I could do the same thing too for right click to create a ward that reduces damage from projectiles by 20% for 5 seconds. Right, there we go. And similarly, I would like to go over here by reduction %, so that way it will be a % sign there. I posted, so I'm back. I feel like I have some kind of why is it think you have some kind of issues, Natty? Why is in there? Oh, who followed me? Oh my god, some loaf guy followed me. All right, I forgot. I came on Instagram to see what Natty posted. But that's oh shit, that is Kiana. I even realize. I love seeing like random like things of my friends doing things online. That's cool. Where's Natty's post? I want to see his post right now. Oh, I'll find it later. Anyways, can I make up? Fuck it. Bro, I know I followed this fam. I know I followed it, so that's why I know that did the thing. Oh wait, minor barrier. I should do the same thing here as well, where it like tells you the number. Yeah. Star. Take out this and then take out this. All right. Projectile ward should be the same thing, but just with 0.25. Right, there we go. All right, that works well for me. I should do a particle effect for it as well. Excuse me. Oh no, I'll play a sound. Projectile ward. I know that there's a sound that pillagers, I think, do. There's a sound that's coming to my head with like a clink clink clink. I think is the pillagers recharging their crossbows, if I recall correctly. Play sound. There we go. I want to go to use. Pillager. No. What about the crossbow? Let's do crossbow loading start. Pitch that down to like 0.55 with the same volume. Right, so this is projectile ward. Right, so let me pause my music real quick so I can see if I'll hit. Yep. Where is the other one? Minor barrier. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm seeing the difference. Right. Come on, work. Work, damn you also. Right, there we go. Come on. Do the thing. Oh, wait, shit. I keep forgetting about this. That's why this shit doesn't work sometimes. Right. And then reload, and try again. Okay, let me give it like a 5 seconds. All right, now we try again. Not that sound. Not that one. Let's try the middle. Or maybe I should do the crossbow shoot instead for the sound effect. I'll see. I'm pretty sure that's the same sound. I'm pretty sure that's the same sound. If I do the crossbow shoot, I think it at least give the idea of that it should be like arrows it's protecting from, at least something. I don't know. Hell if I know. I don't know anything anymore. I don't even know what I'm doing. It's still the same sound. There we go. I think that works. Also, yeah, I remember Bed Wars. I remember being absolutely terrible at it as well. Oh, Natty sent their post. He was in the bush, he was in the bush. Look, my boy Natty was in the bush all day. Look at him. He was in the bush with his brethren all day. That man was in the bush. So let me not play this music for too long next time I get copyright strike. Alright. That is donezo. So let's move on to the next spell. Alright, we're going on to rebuking push. AoE push, light damage around caster. Knock away damage at nearby entities. Spawn particles for the sound. I could do dust. Like a dust kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, light damage and a push. It wouldn't knock away far. It will just knock away like very slightly, just like kind of like, ooh, like a block away. Velocity. If you do negative, will I pull them towards them? Thoughts are being thoughted. I'll see about after. Let's see. So now we're going on to rebuke. The fuck? Alright, there we go. Push. No, pulse. Rebuking pulse. This is an offensive spell. Pulse. Right, yeah, good. And now we generate the... Oh shit, that was the wrong command. Generate the fire clunk. Right. Do you know? Oh my god, has it really been that long? It really has been that long. Jesus Christ. I'm getting old. My back, it hurts. Jesus Christ, man. Man, COVID was 5 years ago, guys. Think about that for a few seconds. COVID was 5 years ago. Like, that is kind of crazy. Okay, so if you're doing Rebuke Pulse, AOE push. Okay, I'll do ID, AOE. Right, artifacts. Good, so we're gonna do knock away. Yeah, we're gonna do this. And then maybe do the, well, we could do the damage at the same time. That's not an issue. So, right. Don't forget to format document, right? We'll do a 0.1 velocity just to see how it works. And it will damage for 10% of your damage of this. Yeah, that could work. Shape is a circle. I feel like there's some pages I'm clearly going to have to keep up for the rest of the night, you know, and it's starting to be apparent which one of them for sure is going to be. Keep AoE up in this corner. Yeah, circle with the radius of 5, with the location being to the player, and velocity knockback of 0.1, damaging for 10% by 10% of your offensive level, of your offensive stat by the level. Yep. Use I am the source, and it's not true damage. Cool. I'll figure out what effect I want to put into this after. Oh wait, I need the description as well. Right click the ground to send a pulse. Oh no, right click to send a pulse and knocks back and deals damage to all enemies in a 5-block radius. Yeah, let's work with that for now, and I'll adjust it to suit. Why though? But why though? But why though? Why does this keep happening to me? Why does this keep happening to me? I don't even know. I genuinely don't know why it keeps happening to me. Yeah. Right. I wish there was a way that I could disable like having to log in. I'm sure actually. I don't think there's a way that I could like force myself to be logged in every time I pass in. Still so precious type of move. Right, what's my schedule? Like my stream schedule is Sunday, Mondays, and Thursdays currently. Sunday used to be D&D day, but we have finished our campaign. Next week Sunday will be our epilogue. Oh, let me see if this works. I forgot to disable the other things again. Yes, this Sunday should be our little epilogue episode. I think people decide if they want to continue doing things with their character, if they want to move on to other characters. I know some others had things that they wanted to do as well. So you know, we excited for that. We're excited for that. Mondays is usually either Minecraft or some game. Okay, yeah, that wouldn't work with this. I figured as much. Whoa, buddy. Calm down. All right, I don't think these guys can get knocked away, can they? Or maybe the velocity is too low to actually knock them away. I mean, at least damage is working. Yeah. I'm gonna assume that the velocity is too low. Let's pump that number up to let me pump that back up to 0.3. See how it works. Yeah. Okay, what server is this? This is the new Minecraft server that I've been like developing. For a bit, we're doing a spell wizards and warlocks themed kind of server where everyone has spells. They main attacking thing issue spells, or like their main doing anything issue spells. I'm currently doing said spells for the server right now. Before I move on to anything else, right now I'm working on the School of Abjuration, which is spells that deal with protection. Oh yeah, I don't think Iron Golems get knocked back, and I think that's the issue. Yeah, I don't think you guys can get knocked back, can you? Go away. Shoot. Shram. Yeah, I don't think these guys have like a knockback multiplier. I'm gonna try like a villager or something. Yeah, give myself some cow spawn eggs. Right, there we go. And if I stand up in the middle of them and I do this, okay, maybe these guys aren't tanky enough. Maybe cow eggs ruin the answer. Give. Give myself some zombie spawn eggs. How much damage is this doing? That explains a lot. All right. Let's not lower this down to 5. Actually, I can't judge. No, I shouldn't judge the damage this will do based off of my stats. Cause I know my stats are kind of all over the place right now. What's my? Yeah, my strength is like at. That's how much? 49. So 10% of 49, 4.9 rounded up. That'll be 5. 5 by 5 is 25. Yeah, I will do a lot of damage with the stats that I have. I need to test the knockback. Let's try eligible. Oh, a vindicator might make sense. Okay. Actually, no. I think these zombies might spawn with enough HP. Okay, yeah, this one with enough HP. They immediately got burned by the sun. Let's try the eligible. There's pillager. Right, pillager spawn egg 64. Right. You have 25 HP. You're gonna get insta kill too. I try the vindicator. 64. How much HP do you have? 33. Okay, the knockback does work. The knockback works. And that's what matters. So that was 0.3 knockback. Yeah, come to me. Okay, it works. Damage roll high. The damage is only high specifically because of my stats. So I've been messing around. My level of my strength is 49. So that's not indicative of how much damage someone who now joined the server would do. And that's the thing that I'm trying to keep in mind is that I know that I'm doing a lot of damage because I'm technically very far in terms of levels. But when somebody now comes in, they're going to be doing, if they're level 1, that means they'll have a 1 in strength. That'll be 1 divided by 10 is 0.1. They'll be doing half of a damage. They'll be literally doing half a damage with every right click. You see, now that makes it sound bad. Because I'm thinking, oh, well, they're only doing that? What? Now I have to up the numbers. I'll figure it out. The thing that I'm trying to do right now, at least, is set up. I will do numbers later. Numbers will happen later. When I, like, fully reset my stats and try to do it in such a way that it's balanced around a certain level. But also, the server isn't whitelist. The server is still in quote-unquote development. It's more like configuration. I'm trying to create spells for the server for when I inevitably and eventually do bring it out. I'm actually making good progress today. I'm actually kind of proud of myself. Also, Untitled Null, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great evening. What's up, man? How you doing? What's good? What's going on? We're doing Minecraft server configuration stuff right now. I'm trying to create some spells. Oh yeah, it's server public just for select food. The server will be public when it's out, but right now it's not out because it's still in active development. I'm just sharing my progress by streaming it so that way I'm keeping myself accountable. I'm doing the work and people can see that I'm doing the work. People can also see all of the issues that I'm going through while trying to do this and why it can be slow sometimes. But the important thing is that people can see and also contribute to what I'm doing. I have like a list of spells that I'm trying to go through here, but if anybody has any cool ideas that they want to like throw in, they're able to do so. Like just the other day, I thought I found out about this really cool effect with replacing. You can replace blocks like underneath you to do things. Because I remember there was an enchant idea that I had called it Withered Garden, where you would spawn wither roses underneath the victim's feet. I was like, I don't know how I can do that. And then I found the replace near effect that replaces the blocks. And then you can also have it so that way it would set the blocks back to what they were before. So I can replace them with wither roses and then have them go back to the block they were before. And that was like that was like fun to do, you know? But I have a whole bunch of like ideas here. I have a whole bunch of ideas from on ChatGPT as well. Big up ChatGPT, boop boop. Things like that. But yes, I am having fun doing it Untitled. If like, thank you for asking. What spells do you have listed and what have you implemented so far? So, in terms of obvious set of spells. What do you mean by that, Santoki? Also, in terms of these spells that I have implemented so far. So right now I'm working on the Abjuration class. So I'm going to go through the system from top to bottom, because I can't go through these spells without explaining how the system works. So the idea will be that once you join the server, you will join a school, and those schools will have a set of spells that you'll have access to. So there are 5 schools. There's Abjuration, Divination, Enchantment, Evocation, and Transmutation. Each school has a certain way of how they do things. So Abjuration are spells that deal with protecting a user or allies. Divination has to do with revealing information or trying to expose weaknesses. Enchantment has to do with buffing or debuffing your allies or your opponents. Evocation is your typical elemental based spells, so like fireball and those kinds of things. Transmutation deals with transforming of the user or others from one state to another. So right now I'm going through the Abjuration spells, which again deal with things that are more on protecting the user in some way, shape, or form. The initial spell that I used for testing this would have been a spell called Shield. So let me just pull it up right here. So Shield, you right click and you gain temp health for a few seconds. Very simple, nothing really much to look at there. It's a very simple spell. For Divination, I have the X-ray spell, which is a utility spell that allows you to to see what ores it have nearby. For Enchantment, I came up with 2 spells called Fury and Guardian, which would increase your a certain stat for a few seconds. In the case of Fury, it'd be strength. In the case of Guardian, it was your defense. I have Evocation, where I came up with 2 spells. Firebolt, typical, shoot a bolt at fire at somebody. And then I have Winter's Decay, where within a radius, you essentially freeze everybody who's in that radius. And I think it's just that alone. Oh no, you freeze everybody within a certain radius of you, and you give them the wither effect. And then for Transmutation, I have a simple spell, Blink, which allows you to teleport forward a certain amount of distance, and then Recall, which would rewind you back a certain amount of distance and heal you for a certain amount of health. Very, very real simple spells in my eyes. I want to do things that are a bit more complex, but I also know that from the way how things have been moving so far, if I try to do something complex, I'm going to burn my PC alive, probably. But I'll figure it out as time goes on, but yeah. Alright, let me see the ideas that you had, Santoki. Spirits possess mobs like chicken, pigs, or sheep that can attack others. Spirits that can directly attack players. That is something that I think I can do. I'm not sure. But also Repulse instead of Shield. I mean, Shield is a simple name. But Repulsor makes me think that you're reflecting damage back. But Shield is literally just, it's not like a literal, you throw up a shield, but it's more so the way how I envision it, because it plays like a specific sound when it happens as well, which is the item equip sound. It's kind of like you kind of armor yourself in such a way. It's supposed to be based off of the D&D spell Shield that raises your AC by 2 for the combat. But obviously this is temporary health. But that's the idea behind it. How long have I been working on this? I've been working on this technically, and I say technically because the server was supposed to be out since April this year. But at a point in time when I was working on it, I had a job, and the job took up a lot of my time. So it got pushed back to now. So you can say I've been working on it since then till now, on and off. I've now gotten a lot of time to be able to work on the things. So I'm doing it now. Yeah. I'd follow up on the ND info. You gonna join the first setup? Yeah, for sure. The server will be available publicly for everyone, and obviously I'll put up a video on all of my socials when the server is live, so that way people will know that they can join it. But obviously I'm going to make sure that I can test this out first, so that way everything is running well, because I wouldn't want to put up the server and then it comes out with a bunch of issues and things like that, because as it is right now, when I'm developing locally, I am getting a bunch of issues, and I would like to, as much as possible, reduce those issues happening. Also, Untitled Noel, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the kingdom. We're having a great evening, man. Right, I need to go now. I hope I follow this out in progress. Oh, thank you so much, man, and thanks for the follow. I really appreciate it. Let's go. What's that? See the trap plan, boy. It was like, just chuck it. But yeah, that's the idea behind what I've like the idea behind this server, because this is not the first iteration of the server as well. The way how the server used to work is that I would just make spells that would be attached to armor pieces, weapons, and tools. And that way you could still enchant regularly to get them. There were certain spells that would be locked behind bosses and things like that. What I did this time is because I had lost all of my files due to my hard drive corrupting when I was just moving it onto my cloud instance, which sucks. So I had to start over from scratch. In starting over from scratch, I went out to the people who have been on the servers before. I was like, hey, what is something that you would like to see on these servers? And I put it out to a vote for the systems. I had like 4 different ones, and they voted on a magic system. So I was like, cool, I'm going to go away and do these spells and come back and find some way to get implemented. Thankfully, I was able to find a way to implement it. I will say getting the implementation done was a good chunk of like the time that was taken up, because I was trying to do it in a way where every single spell wouldn't have these give job XP and give skill XP effects. But I found that's the simplest way to do it, and thankfully I made a script that, well, through the help of ChatGPT and some editing of my own, I was able to create a script that allows me to generate the base level file. So it's just me to put in like the effects for like saying like the attacks that it would do itself. So it's reduced the amount of work that I have to do, and I think that's why I've been more willing to do the work. You know, you suddenly listen. The biggest inspiration behind this is D&D. I'm not hiding that. I am not hiding that the biggest inspiration behind this is D&D. Also, Leo, welcome to the stream. I am not an indie dev, no. I am doing some Minecraft configuration work. I'm not a Minecraft dev because I'm not actually creating a plugin. However, at some point, I actually do want to get into making Minecraft plugins. I think that would be a lot of fun. I do know Java. I just don't know where to start, but I'll figure it out, you know? But yeah, ChatGPT has helped me a lot in making this significantly easier for me to do. Punch it power says to fight for that. Oh, you're an Unreal Engine indie dev. I have a question for you. What are your opinions on Unreal Engine 5? That's a genuine question that I'm asking, because I'm a programmer by trade, I guess, and I am also an avid gamer. I personally think that Unreal Engine 5 kind of sucks. As much as it is a great engine and it's very powerful, I think that it's horribly unoptimized in a lot of cases. At least that's my opinion, you know? Yes, I am making custom mobs and bosses as well. On the previous server, we had bosses that you could spawn by creating like totems and spawn eggs. And they would tell a story, essentially. So each boss was kind of coming down the line of, how was the story again? I think the story was, there was a king and a queen who ruled over the lands. But then a great evil came and, well, it wasn't a great evil. I think it was, what was that storyline? I remember that there was a king and a queen that controlled zombies and skeletons. And they lived in peace until another entity came in and just wreaked havoc across the lands. Killed the king and the queen, but the king and the queen, in their deaths, sealed away the great evil so that way the world can live in peace until someone who is stronger than them is able to come and defeat that great evil. So the idea was that they were bosses varying levels. So I had I had a killer rabbit that would constantly multiply until you took down every single clone of it. I had a warden, a boss that basically was a warden that could just like randomly scream and just do damage to you in an AoE. Then I had that same king and queen who would have been revived that would summon their zombies and skeletons to attack you. They would drop pieces of their armor, but they would also drop the halves of their keys that would be necessary towards going through essentially the elite four of bosses until you take on that big bad. And that was the idea that I got going, and then life happened. Yeah, I think performance is not a misconception because devs not. Okay, the issue is more corporate rushing devs to ship fix. That makes sense. So Unreal Engine is good coming from someone who used Unity for a while before. I would say though, I do notice some stutter issues that Eclipse say they have to fix. Okay, that does make sense. I will say that in terms of game development, there has been a lack of optimization of games for the last like 5 to 10 years. But I think that's more so for AAA games more than anything, because we have all of these games at 100 plus gigabytes. I'm like, I may have a terabyte of storage. That does not mean I want to use like 10% of my storage for your game, you know? But I mean, that makes sense. I really, really wish, like, I can't, indie games, I have no issue with indie games. I love indie games, especially nowadays with having gotten into Silksong and played Hollow Knight, having played games like Slay the Spire, Dead Cells, and things like that. I play a lot of roguelikes, for instance, but having played those games, I know those games run extremely well. It's just when I go on to games like Fortnite, or I go on to Rivals, or I go on to anything of that sort, and then my computer just lags. It just lags us. I'm like, brother, my PC can run these games. What are you doing? It gets me upset, you know? One thing, look at Expedition 33. Oh, really? You know, I haven't played Expedition 33. And I've heard so many good things about it. I actually really wanted to check it out sometime. So it remind me of their Songs of War. What's Songs of War about? What's that about? If you don't mind explaining, damn, you know what I mean? You got a new account? No, I've always had this account. I changed the name of my account if you used to follow the account before. It was King DZX with like 2 X's, but I changed it to underscore because I felt like that was easier. Rivals is 200 gigs? Oh, hell no. Ain't no way. You telling me Rivals is almost 200 gigs? They can keep that. Right now I'm starting a top-down RPG style game knowledge to combine 2 classes together so you can mix and match it and come back. Ooh, that sounds like a lot of fun. Like, genuinely, that does sound like a lot of fun. I remember when I was younger, I really wanted to get into game development. That was what I really wanted to be as like my career path when I was younger, to be a game dev. And then I don't know what happened along the line. I think I got a greater appreciation for coding in general. And I think that's how I ended up where I am now, where I'm a gamer who just likes to code. And, you know, I just haven't really taken that step into learning game dev. I remember trying to pick up Unity before, and C# is not difficult, so I did get some headway into it, but I just put it down and I never picked it back up. I have thought about learning Unreal Engine 5 as well, as like to see how the engine works. But I guess it's just more so I have the time, but I feel like I'm just lacking the motivation, I guess it is right now. Not 200, 100, okay, good. You scared me, Zane. I thought you were telling me that that Unreal Engine, that Marvel Rivals taking up 200 gigs of my storage there. I was gonna be like, they can keep that. Right, something you need to watch this. It's a Minecraft movie. Songs, let me see. So what's the name of it? It is Songs of War. I'm saving this to watch later. I just saw a video on my on my YouTube homepage that's like how I ported Balatro to the Game Boy Advance. I'm like, huh? Right, so Songs of War. Minecraft. Ooh. Oh, I already like how this. Oh, this is 5 years ago. 63 million views. Okay, I'm definitely watching that after. I'll watch that in my relaxation time. Let me put that to my watch later. And yeah, Zane, I'll send you that video now. Hold on. Share. I send it to you on Discord, okay, Zane? Just to let you know. Scene. You'll watch it and tell me what happens in it. All right, let's see. Let me see what I'm missing here so far. So imagine you can choose Barbarian and Cleric to use abilities from both in game. Ooh. Wait, bro, ain't you J. Show? No, I'm not that person, no. Yeah, I'm going from Unity to Unreal Engine for like 100 more capacity to approach steps on it quickly. Oh. Feels good. Now, let me ask you a question, Megamind, right? You seem like you've watched YouTube videos. Have you watched 1,000 players rich versus poor? If you have, then if you haven't, then I need you to go watch that right now. You will love that. Yes. Now I'm going to, is this that you sent me as good as that? Because in my opinion, that, well, obviously that video was really good. I've watched Ish's stuff before and I feel like that one was just peak, like generally, but I feel like what you sent me there might probably be just as good, if not better. Okay, also I've not been like making stuff for a while. So I finished Rebuke and Push, Glint Ward, make allies in radius briefly glow visual marking. I know that I think there's filters for lands. Let's see. No, not you. I know that. Oh, hold on. I know what I can check. There should be a external integrations. There we go. And I could just look for. Oh, I just don't know how to English. Right, there we go. No conditions. Oh, I can do filters. Nah, it's not filters then. Has the lands rule in own claim. Requires players to be in their own claim, though. In trusted claim requires a player to be in a claim that they trusted. Okay, I guess they don't have anything that I can use to target like an ally per se, but that's fine. Well, Song of War is like a mystical adventure vibe mixed with modern action. I don't know how to describe it, but it can definitely compare to the 1K players versus. Okay, I see. Couldn't see around. All right, thank you so much for passing through, and thank you for giving me your insights on development. Hope you enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. You know? Thanks, I'll be watching. All right, Zane. Good luck, dog. What exactly do you? Right. Discord. I don't really give on my Discord to people like that. But if you want, you can just shoot me a message on. You should be able to shoot me a message on TikTok. I'll try to remember to reply because my brain like is pretty bad at social media stuff, which is funny coming from the fact that I do a whole streaming thing. I'm terrible at this sometimes, man. Oh man. All right, so I'm moving on to. So I was trying to see if I can get this Glint Ward one. Make allies in a. See, I don't know if. Oh, you're asking what I'm doing right now. Okay, so right now, hold on. Think this is what you're looking for. Next. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Anyways, so right now, I am doing I'm doing some Minecraft server configuration. I'm trying to implement spells into my Minecraft server so that way people can get like, you know, mystical, magical, and kind of stuff right now. I'm trying to think of a way that I can mark what someone might consider an ally. Now, normally I would have just used lands, because lands would have been the thing that makes the most sense, you know? So my nose is kind of stuff. Hold on. Oh, right, I'm back. Madness. What about this madness? I think it's just Oh, and hold on. Nah, that's not what I'm looking for either. This is triggers. Damn. All right, so I don't have any triggers that I can use or any. I don't think I have any means that I could consider someone an ally. So that idea may have to be abandoned. So let's take a note of that spell to replace as well. So this is which one? Glintward. But then, you see, the thing is, this doesn't even make sense. If you make your own allies glow, that means the enemies are going to see it because of the way how glowing works. So I feel like that's a spell that probably shouldn't even take any thing. Just software engineering. What laptop PC you recommend knowing a programmer? So if you're doing software engineering, that means you're doing coding. Are we talking? Okay, I'm gonna ask you questions that I don't know if you'll be able to answer next. But if you're looking for like a PC or a laptop for coding, no. Oh, she started in UTT. Oh, okay, so is she doing software engineering? Like she's working on websites. Is she doing apps, or like what is she doing exactly? Now, personally, before I even go into anything else, my personal recommendation as somebody who's used both Windows and Mac OS for coding both during UE and as work, I would always unironically recommend MacBook Air or MacBook Pro for coding, because they are very good at doing those things and handling processes and stuff like that. However, I know a MacBook could be expensive, and that's the issue. So only if you have the means to afford a MacBook, you can get like an M2 MacBook. An M2 MacBook Air would be fine, and that's like probably the cheapest, most powerful one that you can probably get. Like where like you balance cost versus power. That is really good. So if you can get like a M2 MacBook Air with like 16 gigs of RAM, that's like a good baseline. Now, if I were talking PC specs for coding, you don't really need anything that's too extravagant. You just need a good enough CPU. You don't necessarily need the highest end graphics card, but a graphics card would still be a good to have, but you don't need it per se. If you are just strictly talking about coding, like say for websites and that kind of thing, I would recommend at minimum, I guess for coding, you can start at an i3. I don't really know Ryzen chips all that well to know the comparison, but anything that's like an i3 up is good, but I feel like that's again a very baseline recommendation. I feel like you would always want to try and start at an i3, go up. That's like the smartest thing to do. I would say 8 gigs of RAM or more is also a good place to be. If you're doing AI work, up that to about 12 to 16 minimum. And then if you're doing AI work, you definitely would need that graphics card. That would help a lot. And storage is as you come and go. You can get external storage, it wouldn't be an issue. So i3 and up, 8 gigs of RAM and up. You don't necessarily need a graphics card because it's just coding, but it would help in terms of like offloading any graphics related processes off onto that. And that's basically that. If that works. Zayn, did they actually port Balatro to the Game Boy? Like, please tell me that like they actually did it. Like, is it like not just like a ROM, but they actually played it on like a Game Boy? In fact, don't tell me, I'll watch it myself. I will watch it myself. I will do the work and I'll watch it myself. What? That's crazy. Man, I love coding, man. Coding is so much fun. Alright, light shell, guys. Oh, light shell is shield. Okay, I can repurpose shield for this. Let's right click, rename this. Light shell. Grant small temporary bonus health hard for a short duration. Is there a bonus health effect that I just did not see? Oh no, there's a permanent effect. Hell no, they can keep that. I'll keep the one that I have. Right, for short duration. So potion effect, absorption. Yep. This is the defensive spell. I will reduce this to 2. Actually no. Just your defensive high level because this is a early game spell. So that's your spell itself. Leave that. I can probably change this. Actually no, it's a shell. I'll leave this sound as is. I know I just need to adjust. Gain temporary health. For duration. This is duration in ticks. Oh, I think that's why I had the ×4 for. So why did I do it like this? Hold on. No, this doesn't make sense. So we'll do 20 by, so it'll be 1 second multiplied by, we'll say 10% of your defense. Yeah, 10% of your defense multiplied by the level. Let's copy this across to here. Mana cost, bring the mana cost down to like 5, and the level, the level would be divided by 3, so that means you can get a max level of absorption 2. Again, the time being the thing that's most important here, that would scale as you power up. Right, and that fixes that. Let's, I'm gonna say what the ass going on with thing. Right. Anyways, what did I miss? I want to learn coding animation so bad I'm lazy. Now I felt that, man. Next, don't worry. Well, that's why I don't see if I can use my 3DS. You should try and get on your 3DS. I feel like you'll enjoy that. Plus, I have school and doing electrical diploma in it. Ooh. As you should next. You should always have that hunger to learn things. I think that's a good trait to have as like as a youth. Did I have a shield spell already? No, I don't. So now enchant light shell 5. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. I'm gonna restart the server, dog. It can't be every time I enchant something that I want to make me disconnect from damn place. So hate it here. Oh, what's this fair and square, do I? All right, where? Check them so you got a chance. All right, hold on. Let's see. you just want to aura farm, bro. Is there anything that I even have here that could equip armor, boy? Let's see while it's restarting. I have armor. Yeah, this will just give you armor points. That's not the same. I need to remember this one. I'm doing mobs. I don't think there's any. Damn, I don't think it have like a effect that would allow me to equip an like armor. But that doesn't mean I can't make them like say glow and make them glow and be like, I am now enchanted with the armor. Raw Rasputin. Raw Rasputin. Da Russian queen. Raw Rasputin. Da. Please have it now. I don't see it here, unfortunately, man. Unfortunately. Sometimes like I understand wanting to have these things where it's like, I want to do this. You know? You want to be one of the bosses? What do you mean by that? What do you mean? Alright, let me log in. You know, I should probably just change my... Password's too small. Right, there we go. So I wouldn't have to keep turning off my stream to put in my password, because that's the wrong thing. That's the wrong thing. There we go. Right, back to what I was doing. A damn boss and a man that Robsy will fight people I challenge. I will let them accept or decline. Oh shit, I accidentally... Oh shit. That's an accident. Oh well. Those will be on the ground then. Light shell, right click, give him temporary health for 8 seconds. I mean, it works. You know, that's what I expected. This is level 5, so that means it will go up to level 2, which means I only get 2 hearts. We do level over 2. Again, it's not meant to be something that's like really, really strong. It's just meant to be something that works. Alright, still only give him a 2. Wait, hold on. It's because I am not rounding it. Round. Okay, they can't really do level over 2. There's no like 2.5 of a level. Alright, there we go. It's like, how do you do 2.5 of a level, Zach? Oh, you easy, you just do it. There we go. Much better. Actually, that might have been the issue why it was probably not going past the first level before. Let's go back to over 3. And reload once more. And actually, I need to fix that text on the screen as well. And then 4 hearts. 4 hearts at 10 pelts is not bad. Yeah, that's not bad. All right, cool. So that's a light shell repurposed. Guardian's breath, small AoE heal tech and short regen buff to allies. I believe there's a filter that I can use here that would specifically only target players, so that way you wouldn't accidentally be healing people. Yeah, there we go. Player. Just make sure I don't have anything else that could potentially be a thing. All right, cool. So what I can do for Guardian's Breath, you breathe out, obviously, like spewing. What would this be? This is just regen. So you could use the AoE cone again to give people within like a... What is a 45-degree cone? So this is like a 90-degree cone. You know, circled. This is a 90-degree cone? Yeah, so this is like a 90-degree cone. So if I do 45, 45. Oh, 45 is pretty narrow. I know if I do 180, 180, it's obviously like this. So that's just a semicircle at that point. Okay. That makes me want to go back to Thorn Jab. Raise this to like a 60-degree angle. Save that. Come back down to Guardian's Breath. It could probably be like around the same amount. And this one would be Invigoration. Invigoration. I think we could get a better name for this one. I don't like the idea of Guardian's Breath. Healing Aura. Healing Aura, simple. Trying to think. What is a good name that I can give this spell, boy, for real? I love how I said this was going to be a short stream and I ended up here for the same amount of time as like my normal streams. I guess I started to feel a little bit better as I did, so I guess it worked out for me. Right. So back to what I was saying. What can I name this spell? Healing Domain. That sounds stronger than what it would be. Domain. I can just name it Domain of Regeneration. I'll name it that for now. Domain of Regeneration. Oh, no, Domain of Renewal. Yeah, I like that one. Domain of Renewal. Domain of Renewal. Right, so this one will just be regen alone. This one won't be healing. I think Soothing Ward would give health, and it gives a since this one is since Soothing Ward will only give level 1 regen. What I will do is, since this one is going to be given regen alone, I'll allow this one's regeneration to scale. Wait, now that I think, oh yeah, and this one is giving health, so I will allow the level to scale with. Again, I can do the whole 10%. That will scale too hard. If I do 5% of your health stats, because my health stat is 16. 5% of 16. Let's see. 5 multiplied by 16. 0.8 multiplied by 5 is 4. See, that's still level 4. That's still too good. Okay, 1% of the level. So, 16 divided by 100 multiplied by 5. 0.8, which will round up to 1. Yeah, that'll round up to 1. So, wait, that's not 1%. Am I dumb? 1 divided by 100 multiplied by 16. Oh, no, that is... Okay, cool. I know how to do math. I know how to do math. I promise. I promise I know how to do math. So I will scale it with 1% of your health to be the level. And the duration will last twice as long per level. So that way, this one can scale up in terms of regeneration to become stronger over time. But it's still going to be, again, 1% of your health, so it's not going to be going too far. You know? I think that's not too bad. At least, not too bad to start. Alright, Domain of Renewal. Alright, Domain Expansion. My level. Domain Expansion. Renewal of health or something. I don't know. If I just start to name some of these things like Domain Expansions for real, that'd be kind of funny. So this is. I can do AoE and add holder. I think that is the simplest way to do it. That's not the simplest way to do it. I can just do add holder in radius here. What would be the difference between using AoE and add holder in radius, right? So if I do AoE, I can do AoE with add holder and it's literally the same thing. But if I do that, that means I get to control the shape that it's in. And I think that is the thing that would be like really cool, you know? Scan the entities in direction you're looking at, affect the first ones found. Excuse me. I think I'll do the AoE with the add holder. So that way I can get to control the shape. Yeah. ID. AoE. Why is it doing all of this, bro? I don't need all of this. No, we're not doing gift outs. We're doing potion effect, right? Right, there we go. So, and I said I was going to do 10% of the level. Where is soothing wood? So I'll do 1%, sorry, divided by 100. So I have 16 health right now. So 16 divided by 100 will be 0.16 multiplied by 5, and that rounded up will give you a 1. Let me see if I have, let me say double it. So 32 divided by 100 multiplied by 5, that's 1.6. That will give me level 2. Damn, that's evil next. All right, so I can't, Jesus, I can't say the word so for the next 10 minutes. No more saying that S word. Anyways, going back to what I was doing. 32, if I have 32 health, that will give me, hold on, if it's 32 divided by 100, maybe I should do 2% instead. Damn, this 1% thing sounded look bad. I'll do 5. Yeah, I think 5 might make more sense then. So, damn, I keep saying so. This server, check DMC for a video. Oh, DMs? DMs or DMC is what you're saying. What are you saying, brother? And this server will come out. I can't give an estimate for when the server will come out. But when it's out, obviously, it will be known when it's out. Okay, I feel like I have to do this now. I feel like now just seeing that alone makes me want to do it some way, some shape, somehow. I have to do it. I will find a way to do it. Don't ask me how I'm going to do it. I will find a way to do it. Where there's a will, there is a way. See, that's issues when you multiply it. That the issue is when you multiply by the level, it becomes an issue. What if I don't multiply by the level then? The level will just determine the duration, but not the level that it would go to. So now I can divide this by 10 again. And then, yep, that can work. That can work. This can still scale really high, and that's an issue. I have this wrong way. It should be divided by 10. Yeah, no, that was fire. That was fire. I can understand wanting to aura farm, like just stand up there and be like, summon armor, and then just go off into battle. That's sick. That's sick. I think I will go with the 520. So only when I'm level 40, I'll get level 2. I don't know anymore. Let's work with level. If I have level 40 health, 40 multiplied by 5 divided by 100. That will take me to level 2. If I have 40 Also, 10 divided by 100. That's over 4. What's a good baseline between that would be like 7.5. So if I do 40 multiplied by 7.5 divided by 100. 60 divided by 7.5 divided by 100. 60 multiplied by 5 divided by 100. 60 multiplied by 2.5 divided by 100. That's too slow. So I'm looking for something between 5. I'm looking for something between 5 and 2.5. That's what I'm looking for right now. Divided by 4. 60 divided by 4 multiplied by 100. What? Huh? 16 divided, no, multiplied by 4 divided by 100. What? Oh no. Multiplied by 4 divided by 100. Oh, trying to find a good balance for this is hard. I'm expecting people to hit level 100 and start relatively easily. Let me work with that in mind, actually. So if I want it to be 100. Okay, so I think 5%. 5% will work. So dividing it by 20. So 100 divided by 20. So that's the only way that you can get regeneration 5. I'll work with this for now. AoE, that's the potion effects. Now I need to come back down here to the shape on cone. Radius can be the level, angle can be 90. Right, that works. Ooh, that's good news. What's the bad news? What's the bad news saying? I know there's bad news. What's the bad news? Tell me the bad news now. Tell me the bad news now. Right, so that's the first effect. Oh, I need to format documents. Right. What? What was the other thing I was going to do? I feel like I was going to do something else. I don't think I can spawn particles in an AoE, you know, can I? I also have to filter. I need to remember to filter this AoE. Let me try spawn particle and see if it works. ID, spawn particle. Where are the other mutators? All right, there we go. Excuse me. Mutator. All right, I'm gonna have to hope that works. I'm praying that this spawn particle works. If it doesn't work, oh well. All right, bad news. Zane, I personally think that you should try. I think your laptop will survive going through it, and that you will be able to do it. I think that you can do it. Now, I really want to watch your video now. Oh wow, it's an actual cartridge that the guy has. Oh my god. All right. I will watch it after. I said I'll watch it after. No, watch it after. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, with this being done, that means that all of my early game abjuration enchants, except for 2, are done. So let's test it now and see. Yeah. Right, so give myself a book and I will enchant me in a renewal 5. I did. I love it here, man. On I go to grant nearby nice regeneration regen. Right, so regeneration will now be this value for level times, it'll be level seconds. Oh no, level times 2, right? I said I was gonna do double, so this will be 40. Right. Minecraft! Yes, we're doing Minecraft stuff here. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Right, so I was testing this thing. So now I'm going to save this. I'm going to reload the enchant. Look at the book. Did mana? Did it not put in mana course? What the hell? Okay. Do that one more time. Right, so right click to grant ally, nearby allies regeneration 1 for 10 seconds. So, boom. Yeah, that was expected. I guess I just keep spamming right click until it works. I look at it, the server, not right now. The server is still a work in progress that I'm doing right now. I'm trying to make some enchants for the server. We're doing essentially a spells-based server where you have these enchanted books and you can join a specific school that will allow you to cast these spells. So the server is currently in quote-unquote development. It's really more so configuration. But it will be out eventually. Well, when I am finished with it, I will be putting out a post on all my socials to let you all know that I hate the server myself. But as for right now, no, because I'm still working on it. God damn this. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. Zach, you need to remember to take off the conditions so you can actually test the damn thing. Right. Right, there we go. Now it should work. Okay, give it a few seconds here. Okay, yeah. So stay subscribed, stay followed. Where on whatever platform of your choice, I will be putting out a video when I'm done showcasing all of the things that you can do. We're starting with enchants. There's the schools that you can level up. There'll be bosses and enemies to fight. There'll be quests to undertake, and a whole bunch of things that I plan to implement into the server. It will take a bit, but when it's done, it will be in a working state. I don't want to promise that it'll be good. It'll just be in a working state. Cool. Enchants. Alright, let's try this again. Did I not set this to have alt? Like, trick I did. And let me trigger this right click. It's odd. Very, very odd. Do I need to put the... Oh, I think I might need to put the mutators as well for this as well. Let's see. So that would be the mutator for the area itself. Right, there we go. Who air horn? Hi, Naku. Welcome into the stream, man. How you doing? What's good? What's good? What's good? Yep, that's in the right place. Right, so that way it spawns on me. okay, maybe actually doing the add holding radius might have been easier. You ever make a mistake and you realize that you could have saved yourself from all of this hassle by not following your heart? That's how I feel right now. Also, no, Naku, I'm not allowing you to build communism. There will be no communism on this Minecraft server, but it's still being worked on. It'll be out when it's out. Don't worry. I'm looking for add holding radius. I mean, if I do add holding radius and I just use permanent potion effects and still has the duration, it would still work the exact same way. So let's duplicate this. Actually, I can just Control Z. Yeah, so let's do add holding radius. Oh, and then have applied to something. Add holding radius. So it should still be the same potion effect, same spawn particles. So now I'm removing you guys. I'm putting in conditions. No, we have no conditions. So this will be this. And then now we're moving on to duration. Right. And then radius is just, what did I have the radius as before? I can't even remember. I'll just leave the radius as level. And apply to self. Apply to self. True. So potion effects. If this is an optional thing, right? If I call no, with this apply to player is not optional. Oh wait, no, I'm switching. I don't remember. I'm switching this to permanent potion effect, right? Permanent potion effect. Right, there we go. So and then tab this forward. Right, and then switching this to back to regeneration. Actually, regeneration in all caps because I like how that looked. And the level was this thing up here. Put this back here. Particles true, icon true. Yeah, that should hopefully work. God damn it. I have a trigger for this though. What do you mean? You mean the all click trigger? Oh, I need a trigger. Do I need a trigger inside the thing itself? Oh, for the spawn particles. Oh. Damn. Let's take that out for now then, just to see if it'll work. Right, fundamentals is the same. But yeah, let me see what you all saying in here. Sounds like really bad. So I spent the whole day in bed because my swollen. Yeah, I was swollen when you got up. Oh no, man. Like he, man. That's funny. Man, I love it. Oh, it works now. It executed, but it's not doing anything. Oh, it's probably you had to go through all of whatever shit was backlogged before. Yep, there it is now. Right, so I got my regen for 10 seconds, I think that was. I wasn't sure. Of course, it's not gonna work now. Man, I love it here! Oops, I didn't mean to spawn you. This thing sucks. I'm going back to what I had before. All right, let's try this one more time. I'm going to reload several times and then reload here as another just in case. Yes, I know my TPS is going to shit the bed. Just give it a bit. Right, there we go. and right click. Okay, so I think it executed. Yeah, my mana is being taken now. It's still just not applying. What does AoE do? Again, this is one of those things where, again, I'm like, what does AoE do? It runs effect for all entities within an area of effect. Cool. So it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Yeah, I think I might actually have to go with the add holding radius for real. Take notes. Apply to self true. So that is the right permanent potion effect. It'll give me level 1, I think, off of that. That's gonna reload again multiple times. Reload in game too, just in case. And right click. See, it's taking my mana, but it's not giving me the effect, and that's getting me mad. Because it should give me the effects just based off of how I have it written here. So it will add in add holding radius, regen. Let me. My eco skill health is 16. So 16 divided by 20. And that's rounded, so that'll give me level 1. Right. Particle true, icon true. Duration 2 per level. Radius is the level itself. And it applies to myself. I don't need this mutator. Actually, no, I do need that mutator, I believe. Actually, no, I don't need this mutator. I think. Yeah, I think that might have been what I was trying it off. Let's try this now and see. Oh crap! I restarted this over accident. Oh man! Nako, what the fuck are you on about, brother? What the hell? What is wrong with you horny ass bastards? You horny bastard. Let me check something. Right. Is my silver back up as yet? No, it's not. All right. We're doing good. We're doing the things. We're doing the things, guys. We're doing the things. Marco people. Hey, it's you. Oh, excuse me. My humblest apologies. Is it back up as yet? Oh, it's still coming up? Alright. There's still macroing people's status. Did my headphones just die? Oh no. You're still trying to sound what I'm doing. So, let me explain it again one more time from the top. So, I am configuring and specifying configuring because I'm not making any plugins myself. I have bought some plugins over the years that I'm now setting up to do things in the Minecraft server, right? So in this Minecraft server, I am making enchants. First question I should ask, have you ever played Minecraft? I feel like that's a good place to start. Like, J Mercury, have you ever played Minecraft before? Just to see. Nope. There we go. Give my shit back. All right, there we go. So domain of renewal gives regen 1. It took my mana, but didn't give me my shit, bro. What the hell? Right, you want you 2-1 red, so we can see. All right, cool. So you know how enchants work, basically. I would like to believe that you know how enchants work, where you would put like an item into an enchanting table, you sacrifice some levels, and you get an enchant. What I am doing is essentially an extension of that system of sorts. So this server is something that's being built on top of vanilla Minecraft, where you are going to be a wizard who pops into the world. You have access to joining a school of magic and gaining access to enchants that belong only to those schools. These spells can only be cast by using books, you know, like wizardship. And that's the idea. You know, to string the commands, he does watch out enchantment, say, let's go. That's what we like to hear, dog. But that's the idea. It's essentially that I'm making a server where you can have like a whole bunch of fun little enchants that will give you cool things if they would fucking work. If they would fucking work. The only thing I think could be trying it off is this, you know. If it's not rounding high enough, then it wouldn't work. I think they should have like a specific thing for math expressions. Hold on. Yeah, that is math expressions. There we go. There is a ceiling command, so I'll use this instead. Actually, yeah, I'll use that. I'll use ceiling for now. Oh, wait, actually, I like this, actually. I can take the minimum of 2 values. That's what I was thinking to do just now. What did I feel like I just control-Z'd something. No, I didn't. Okay, good. So if I do minimum of 1 or this value, then it should always give me at minimum level 1, but then it will go up to level 2. So that way I won't have to worry about it breaking if I have, like, say, 0 health. Good. This should work. I hope. Random 32, 128 with randomization patterns between 32 ores and 128. Okay. Let's see. So would you be adding ice and fire? The ice and fire mod too. So no, my servers, whenever I do like Minecraft servers, I tend to not do mods only because I also, when I do servers, hold on now. Yeah, when I do servers, I want it to be, wait, I'm stupid. I still need a round for this. Yeah. Yeah, I still need a round for this, even if I'm doing this, so that way it doesn't, like, break. But it's still good to have that minimum, so that way it will always have a value going into it. Right, no, sorry for interrupting myself. Yeah, if there's anything to do with mods don't happen on the servers because we do the servers for both Java and Bedrock. And if I do mods, then in Bedrock, people will not be able to partake in the server. I essentially always try to do these servers in such a way so that way anyone can come on and anyone can have the same amount of fun no matter what platform that you are on. Why is this not working? Why does this not work? I'm sure I give him minimum stats, you know. Which job am I in? Which job is this for again? Abjuration. Oops, no, I don't want to do that. 2250. So if I right click, it should be at 2255, right? Yep. Okay, so I get the XP. Oh, there's my regen. So, but why is it that it wasn't working before is my question is. Oh, yeah, no, I agree 100%. Listen, I love me my Java, right? Java will forever reign supreme in my eyes as well. But I think I am always of the idea of having not the inclusivity, you know? I always like to, the same way how I run my servers is the same way how I run my streams, where I like to allow anyone to come in to be able to have fun. From any kind of walk of life, you should be able to come in here and be able to relax, be entertained, have fun. Like right now, I'm in my coding frame of mind, so I'm not really being like kind of silly fun like I would be when I'm playing other games. But when I'm playing like Peak and those kinds of things, I like for when people come in, even if they're not partaking in the game. I feel like that's the most important thing. Is like when they're not partaking in the game, that they're still having fun watching us do things. And in this case, Minecraft is the extension of that because that is the game or the platform that people will be able to partake in alongside me, you know, in some way, shape, or form. So that's the idea. Like, I want any and everyone to be able to come on and have fun. No, I'm still trying to figure out why this works sometimes and then doesn't work other times. Does it have a delay? Or does it have to... it shouldn't be that I have to walk into anything. If I just stand still, it should apply as well, right? You have to... This thing kind of weird, man. If I'm going to be running another D&D campaign, I might not run one. I might join one. I have a friend who wanted to learn how to dungeon master. She was in the campaign with us actually, and she wants to like do a homebrew campaign, build her own world, and learn how to dungeon master. So more than likely, I will be joining her in her campaign. Whether that will be streamed or not is the question. I'm not too sure. Who is this? Oh, Zane trying to win a pass or something. You know, my boy Zane trying to win things in the Canadian lands. Shout out to my boy. Oh, he doing this, boss? Oh boy. Right. But yeah. It is yeah, I see you. I see y'all trying to thing, yeah. But yeah, so Becca is the one who's going to be trying to run her campaign. I'm going to be helping her to build the world as best as possible. Also, I'm giving up on this enchant for now. I think it works. Technically. There's no fighting it down. Why? Hello? Normally, like, it just worked. Why did it stop working? Oh, doing this thing with... I'm going to say it works. And I will come back to fix it later. Do I have a note to fix? Domain of renewal. Right, and I think with that, I think that's all of the level 1, well, all of the beginner spells for abjuration. I really should take some time and just sit down and do these offline. I could probably do a class a day, really and truly, considering I was able to get all 10 of these spells out in 3 hours. It wouldn't be like take me long to actually sit down and do these. Maybe I guess I will be productive, a productive member of society before I go gym and do some work. Fine. Yeah. Then here's Silver Restart. Silver's restarting soon. Not right now. I'm still doing development stuff. But it will happen eventually. Eventually. Don't worry. When it comes out, I will be telling y'all when it's out, so that way, you know. With that being said, it is time for me to go. I have a Balatro video to watch. Let's see who's live. Okay. I see. I don't think. Why is my shit falling down? Make sure I'm gonna watch updates and still. How long are you gonna take to download one update? Apple? Can't be that serious. 6 hours? They can keep the damn update. Anyways, I have to go get my second fry. I'm looking Miss B. What is wrong with y'all? Alright, so for those of you who are watching on Twitch, oh sorry, the purple app, there's no Twitch here. I don't believe in Twitch. Twitch isn't real. I'm going to raid Era of Sarah. If you all are watching on any other platform, I would recommend you all go check her out. She is streaming. What is she streaming right now? I just saw her name here. She's streaming COD Warzone. A true gamer girl. Hats off to her. But I'm going to go and relax and watch those 2 videos that I saw. The recommendation from Megamind as well. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed tonight's stream. I will be continuing to work on this stuff in the background, hopefully, if I don't be lazy. But until Thursday, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your night. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your week until I meet you all again on Thursday. I will see you all then. I love you all. And goodbye. Hold on, I have to find my end stream screen. Bye, everybody. And let me set up the raid. And bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye. 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 I'm leaving. Goodbye. Whee!